Welcome to Bills Nation Daily, your ultimate daily dose of everything Buffalo Bills. Hit that subscribe button and join the most passionate Bills fans as we break down all the latest news, highlights, and game analysis. Go Bills! Rumors are swirling around the Buffalo Bills as shocking news has surfaced from inside the team's locker room. Sources close to the organization suggest that head coach Sean McDermott has made a dramatic decision regarding wide receiver Keon Coleman, one of the most talked about young talents drafted last year. According to insiders, tensions escalated during a heated exchange in the locker room, where emotions ran high following a practice session that reportedly got out of hand. The incident, described by multiple anonymous sources, allegedly involved a confrontation between McDermott and Coleman, leading to a clash of wills that neither side seemed willing to back down from. Fans have been speculating about the nature of the dispute, with some suggesting that it was a disagreement over playing time or offensive strategy, while others hint that personal issues may have fueled the confrontation. The atmosphere within the team has reportedly shifted, with whispers of unrest spreading through the locker room as players and staff attempt to process the fallout from what many are calling one of the most intense internal disputes in recent team history. The implications of this conflict are massive for the Bills season, as Coleman was seen as a cornerstone of the team's offensive plans. The young wide receiver, drafted with the 33rd overall pick, was expected to make an immediate impact, showcasing the speed and agility that made him a standout at both Michigan State and Florida State. Analysts had projected Coleman to be a breakout player, and his early performances seemed to justify that optimism. However, this rumored rupture with McDermott threatens to alter the trajectory not only of Coleman's career, but also of the team's dynamics on and off the field. Speculation is growing that if Coleman is sidelined or even released from the starting lineup, the Bills may have to adjust their offensive schemes drastically, potentially relying more heavily on veteran players or reshuffling receiver rotations. Social media has erupted with opinions, memes, and debates about the coach's decision-making, highlighting the intense scrutiny McDermott faces in handling a high-profile conflict with a promising rookie. Sources indicate that McDermott's stance is reportedly firm, with phrases attributed to the coach suggesting that Coleman may never regain his starting position. Such a decision, if true, would be unprecedented for a rookie selected so high in the draft and expected to contribute significantly from the outset. The team's management is said to be monitoring the situation closely, balancing the need to maintain discipline and respect for leadership with the undeniable talent and potential Coleman brings to the squad. Insiders hint that locker room morale could be at stake, as teammates react to seeing a young player seemingly at odds with one of the league's respected head coaches. Sports analysts are weighing in, debating whether this move demonstrates McDermott's authority and commitment to team culture or whether it risks alienating younger talent who may perceive a lack of support in moments of personal or professional friction. Rumors suggest that internal meetings have been scheduled to address the situation, but no official statements have been released, leaving fans and commentators alike to speculate wildly about what may come next. Industry observers have noted that conflicts between rookies and head coaches are not uncommon, but the intensity of this particular incident appears to have captured national attention, elevating the story beyond typical team-level drama. With the NFL spotlight shining on the Bills, every action and comment from the organization is being analyzed, parsed, and debated across sports media platforms. There is growing conjecture that McDermott's decision may serve as a warning to other young players, signaling that accountability and respect for leadership are non-negotiable. Yet, questions remain about whether sidelining Coleman, if confirmed, will ultimately benefit the team or hinder its offensive potential, given the receiver's demonstrated ability to stretch defenses and create mismatches. Pundits are also speculating on how this development might impact team chemistry, with some predicting potential ripple effects across the roster as players navigate loyalties, competitive tension, and the evolving hierarchy within the squad. The story is far from over, and every passing day seems to generate more questions than answers. Fans and insiders alike are fixated on what this means for Coleman's future with the organization. Will the team attempt to reconcile the conflict behind closed doors, Or is this the beginning of a permanent split between coach and player? Speculation ranges from a short-term benching to a potential trade scenario, though nothing has been confirmed. Social media reactions have been intense, with supporters defending Coleman's talent and criticizing the reported decision, while others side with McDermott's strict approach to leadership and team culture. The narrative is complicated by the fact that Coleman's rookie season has already shown flashes of brilliance, making the idea of removing him from the starting lineup all the more controversial. Analysts are poring over previous games, highlighting moments where Coleman made game-changing plays and contrasting those with alleged lapses in discipline or alignment with coaching expectations, trying to predict whether the reported fallout could alter the Bills' strategy moving forward. While the official team statement remains pending, sources close to the organization suggest that the fallout from the locker room altercation could redefine the trajectory of both Coleman's career and McDermott's leadership perception. The NFL community is watching closely, aware that high-profile internal conflicts often have consequences far beyond the initial incident. Will Coleman rise above the controversy and earn back his role, or has the rift created a permanent division that could reshape the roster? Rumors continue to circulate, painting a picture of a team at a crossroads, balancing talent, discipline, and ambition as it navigates a season full of high stakes. As the narrative develops, fans are left in suspense, debating not only the impact on the team's performance, but also the broader message it sends about leadership, loyalty, and the pressures faced by young athletes entering the professional arena. The ongoing saga surrounding Keon Coleman and Sean McDermott has ignited a firestorm of speculation that extends far beyond Buffalo. Rumors suggest that the clash could have long-term consequences for both the player and the coach, with league insiders closely monitoring how the situation unfolds. Some speculate that Coleman's talent may eventually force a compromise, as the team grapples with balancing disciplinary measures and the undeniable need for explosive playmakers. Others argue that McDermott's reputation as a strict, no-nonsense leader could compel him to maintain his hardline stance, even if it means sidelining one of the most promising rookies in recent drafts. Analysts have been drawing comparisons to previous high-profile conflicts in NFL history, noting that such incidents often shape public perception, player development, and even future contract negotiations. Fans are left to piece together scattered reports, weighing the possible scenarios as the rumor mill churns relentlessly. Meanwhile, whispers suggest that internal team dynamics may be shifting subtly, with teammates choosing sides or reassessing their own approach to authority, potentially reshaping the locker room hierarchy in unexpected ways. Speculation has intensified around the possible tactical implications for the Bills' offensive game plan. Coleman was projected to be a dynamic threat, capable of stretching defenses and creating opportunities for the quarterback and other receivers. If McDermott's reported decision to remove him from the starting lineup holds, the team may need to rely more heavily on veteran players or adjust formations to compensate for the sudden loss of a highly athletic and versatile target. Some commentators suggest that this could open the door for younger or lesser-known players to step up, while others warn that it could disrupt chemistry and cohesion in the passing game. Analysts are dissecting every offensive snap from recent games, imagining how the rotation might shift and debating whether the team can maintain its scoring efficiency without the explosive playmaking Coleman offers. Fans, on the other hand, are sharing their own theories online, ranging from calls for reconciliation to predictions of a permanent fallout that could end Coleman's tenure in Buffalo before it truly begins. The tension between potential and discipline has never felt more palpable. Insiders have hinted that contract and career considerations may also play a role in the ongoing dispute. As a first-round draft pick, Coleman represents a significant investment, and the team may be weighing the financial and strategic impact of either keeping him in the lineup or shelving him temporarily. Some speculate that McDermott's leadership style is being tested by the circumstances, with questions arising about whether a rookie's perceived attitude or on-field decisions justify such a decisive move. Discussions about trade scenarios and future draft considerations have also begun circulating, with rival teams reportedly keeping close tabs on any potential shakeup. The NFL world thrives on these what-if narratives, and this situation has all the hallmarks of a story that could evolve into a defining moment in both McDermott's coaching tenure and Coleman's career. Fans and media outlets alike are dissecting every tweet, comment, and report for clues, illustrating how a single locker room incident can reverberate across an entire league. The cultural and psychological dimensions of the conflict are equally fascinating. Locker room dynamics in professional sports are notoriously complex, and this rumored rift highlights the delicate balance between authority, respect, and team morale. Some insiders suggest that other players may feel pressure to align with McDermott's philosophy or risk facing similar scrutiny, creating subtle undercurrents of tension. Others speculate that Coleman's potential benching could either galvanize his resolve or lead to lasting frustration, with implications for his confidence, performance, and development. Sports psychologists and commentators have weighed in, noting that how both the coach and player navigate this high-pressure situation could set precedents for leadership, discipline, and mentorship within the team. The narrative also underscores the media's role in amplifying minor disputes into league-wide stories, shaping public perception and influencing both fan reactions and team decisions. The speculation is endless, and every new rumor seems to generate a dozen more questions than answers. Before we dive back in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest Buffalo Bills updates straight to your screen. And hey, don't hold back. Let us know your thoughts on today's news down in the comments. Social media has been a crucial platform in shaping the public's understanding of the incident, with fans, analysts, and former players weighing in on the controversy. Memes, hot takes, and in-depth breakdowns dominate discussions, reflecting the emotional investment supporters have in both McDermott's leadership and Coleman's potential. Some argue that the young receiver deserves a second chance, pointing to his rookie status and the natural challenges of adjusting to professional play. Others praise McDermott for standing firm, emphasizing the importance of accountability and team cohesion over individual talent. This dichotomy has sparked debate across platforms, illustrating how fan culture and media scrutiny can intensify internal team conflicts. The ongoing conversation highlights a broader narrative about leadership in professional sports, talent management, and the sometimes harsh realities faced by athletes attempting to navigate high expectations and complex interpersonal dynamics. Every new rumor seems to escalate the tension, keeping the story alive in headlines and discussions nationwide. Finally, as the season progresses, all eyes will remain on how this saga develops. Will Coleman find a path to reconciliation, or will the rumored conflict cement a permanent divide between player and coach? The NFL community is watching closely, knowing that moments like these often define careers, reputations, and legacies. Analysts continue to explore the strategic, emotional, and cultural ramifications, while fans anxiously await any official statements from the team. Meanwhile, the rumor mill churns relentlessly, with each new report offering fresh perspectives, possible outcomes, and endless speculation. One thing is clear: this incident has captured the attention of the football world, serving as a dramatic reminder that professional sports are as much about human dynamics and leadership as they are about talent and skill. Whatever happens next, both Sean McDermott and Keon Coleman have now become central figures in a story that could shape the future of the Buffalo Bills for years to come. Every hypothetical outcome is being debated on social media platforms, podcasts, and sports talk shows, with speculation spreading faster than any actual report from the team. The conversation has become more than a rumor. It has transformed into a cultural phenomenon, with each comment, meme, and analysis reinforcing the drama. Behind the scenes, league insiders suggest that the front office is already contemplating the hypothetical fallout, recognizing that even a whisper of Mahomes joining Buffalo could impact ticket sales, sponsorships, and brand loyalty, not to mention the internal morale and cohesion of the team. The ripple effect extends far beyond the field, shaping fan perception, marketing strategy, and the very narrative of the NFL season. Allen's words, intentional or not, have created a narrative that is impossible to ignore, compelling everyone in the football world to imagine, debate, and speculate about the future of one of the league's most dynamic offenses. That's a wrap for now. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay on top of all things Buffalo Bills, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments. See you in the next update.